Kick-ass facts, pew pew pew! Today we were talking about the lethal dosage of everyday things. I don't know how I got down this rabbit hole, but I did. And this is not an instruction guide. I don't want to be watching a true crime show in 2 years and hear somebody in their prison attire saying, oh, well, I was just learned about it from G-Vizzle's TikTok. No. These are also known as LD50, or lethal dose for 50% of a population. Water. The LD50 is 6 liters for an average adult. Water intoxication, or hyponatremia, occurs when a person consumes an excessive amount of water, diluting the sodium in the bloodstream and leading to a dangerous swelling of the cells. This can be fatal, though it typically happens in extreme cases like endurance events when people drink too much water over a short period of time. Table salt, sodium chloride. The LD50 is 3 grams of salt per kilogram of body weight, roughly 200 grams for an adult. Salt poisoning, or hypernatremia, is extremely rare but can occur in children or people who ingest large quantities of salt in a short period. Symptoms include vomiting, diarrhea, and seizures, and can be fatal in severe cases. One example involved a case where a person died after ingesting a large quantity of salt in a bet. I bet they made it to the Darwin Awards. Caffeine. The LD50 is 190 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, or 70 cups of coffee for an average adult. Caffeine poisoning is rare but possible, typically occurring with the consumption of caffeine supplements or energy drinks. It's difficult to reach a lethal amount just by drinking coffee alone, but excessive intake of concentrated caffeine can be fatal. There have been cases of people consuming caffeine powder, which is highly concentrated and can lead to an overdose. Acetaminophen, Tylenol. The LD50 is 200 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, which is 35 to 50 tablets for an average adult. Acetaminophen overdose is a leading cause of liver failure in many countries. It can happen when someone exceeds the recommended dose, often unintentionally, by taking multiple products that contain acetaminophen. Chronic misuse or one-time high doses can lead to severe liver damage, kidney failure, and death. Alcohol. Ethanol, LD50, 5 to 8 grams per kilogram of body weight, roughly 15 to 20 standard drinks for an adult in a short period of time. Alcohol poisoning is one of the most common causes of death related to substance ingestion. In extreme cases, excessive drinking can overwhelm the liver and other organs, leading to respiratory failure and death. This is why binge drinking, consuming large amounts of alcohol in a short time, is particularly dangerous. Sugar. Don't worry about this one. LD50 is 30 to 40 grams per kilogram of body weight, which is approximately 2 to 3 kilograms of sugar for an adult. An acute overdose of sugar is unlikely to cause immediate death. It contributes to chronic health issues, however. Ingesting an extreme amount of sugar in a short time could lead to severe metabolic disturbances, but death would likely come from complications over time rather than an immediate overdose. Chocolate. Oh, sad. LD50 is 1,000 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, or 70 grams of dark chocolate for an average adult, much less for dogs. Chocolate contains theobromine, which is toxic in high quantities. Dogs are much more sensitive to theobromine and can suffer from seizures, heart problems, or even death after ingesting chocolate. While it's rare for humans to ingest enough chocolate to reach a lethal dose, challenge accepted. No, it's not. It is theoretically possible. Nicotine, LD50, is 0.5 to 1 milligram per pound of body weight, about 50 to 100 milligrams for an average adult. Nicotine is toxic in high doses, and the poisoning could lead to symptoms like vomiting, seizures, or death. It's rare in smoking or vaping, but nicotine poisoning can occur with the ingestion of nicotine-containing products such as chewing gum, patches, or e-liquid. There have been reports of children being poisoned by accidentally ingesting e-liquid. Nutmeg, the LD50, is 5 to 15 grams, or roughly 1 to 2 teaspoons. Nutmeg contains a compound called myristicin, which can cause symptoms of poisoning, including hallucinations, nausea, and even death if consumed in very large quantities. While the spice is typically safe to use when cooking, there are occasional reports of people trying to use it recreationally for its psychoactive effects. Do not do that. Sodium bicarbonate, baking soda. The LD50 is 1 gram per kilogram of body weight, which is about 70 grams for an average adult. Poisoning is rare, but can occur if large amounts are ingested, sometimes as a home remedy for indigestion or heartburn. And the last two are, again, over-the-counter pain medications. We already talked about acetaminophen. Now let's talk about aspirin, salicylic acid. The LD50 is 200 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, around 20 to 30 regular strength aspirin for an adult. Aspirin poisoning can cause symptoms like nausea, vomiting, tinnitus, which is ringing in the ears, respiratory distress, and in severe cases, coma and death, particularly dangerous if consumed in combination with alcohol or other medications that affect the stomach or liver. Ibuprofen has an LD50 of 250 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, which is about 40 to 50 pills for an adult. Ibuprofen is a common pain reliever, but an overdose can cause stomach bleeding, kidney failure, or seizures. While overdosing on ibuprofen is often less likely to result in immediate death than opioids or acetaminophen, chronic misuse or a single high-dose intake can be fatal, particularly if the person has pre-existing health conditions. The devil's lettuce. THC, the LD50 is estimated to be about 1,260 milligrams per kilogram of body weight, which is about 200 to 300 grams of pure wacky tobacco for an adult. Though this is extremely unlikely to be ingested, very high doses of THC can cause severe anxiety, hallucinations, and paranoia. It is virtually impossible to reach a fatal dose from smoking or ingesting marijuana, but overdosing on concentrated forms like edibles or oils can cause dangerous psychological effects and lead to accidental risky behavior.